Okay, welcome back. We're looking at another question to do with trigonometry. In this question, we need to work out the value of x. Okay, let's get ourselves a nice different color. So we've got to work out the length of this side here in this question. That's what we've got to work out. Now, first things first, we need to label our diagram so we can use Sakatoa. So we say opposite the angle is the opposite. And then opposite the right angle, that is the longest side, that's called the hypotenuse. And the leftover side is called the adjacent. So we always label the adjacent last. And we always start the angle first. So now, if you look at our question, we have our question is between the opposite and the adjacent. So the opposite is what we've got to work out, and the adjacent is what we know, and we also know the angle. So now, if you look at the opposite begins with O, adjacent begins with A. So we're starting off with the over sound. And if you put the T in front of it, it gives us the correct identity, which is TOA. So we need to draw our formula triangle. That will help us now. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's go freehand. Okay. So now, the T actually represents tan of the angle. So that goes here. So that goes down. The O goes up in the triangle and the A goes down. And there's the times here. So that's just the formula T, O, A. So this formula triangle helps us to do questions to do with tan identity. So if I was to write tan identity for you in this natural format, so Sakatoa is going to be O over A. So the opposite divided by the adjacent. That's what the formula is. So rather than us memorizing all these formulas, we have this little triangle here and this letter sound that help us to get the right identity. Now, what do we want to work out? So let's change our color. So we want to work out the opposite. So the opposite is what we don't know. We know the angle, so we should be able to work out the tan of the angle. And we know the adjacent, which is 6. So we know 2 things and we want to work out the third thing. So as I've mentioned before in my previous videos, we cover up what you want to work out with your finger or your thumb. So here's my finger or my thumb covering the O. So now the opposite is what I want to work out. The formula triangle is telling me that I have to do tan of the angle time by the adjacent. Let's get rid of those because they look a little bit messy, but that's what I want you to do. Tan of the angle time by the adjacent. That's what the formula triangle is telling us what to do for this particular instance. So let's put our values in now. So the opposite corresponds to our x value, what we want to work out. So x equals tan of my angle, which is 30. Okay. So tan of 30. And then we times that by our adjacent, and our adjacent has a value of 6. So everything we are putting in values for now, we're substituting in there. So for the next part, we need to use our calculator. Let's grab our calculator. Right, let's find, I think I'll find my calculator. Here it is. Right, let's press on. So we need to type in this part here now into the calculator, tan 30 times by 6. So because we're working outside, tan 30 degrees, close the bracket, and then we times that by 6. And that gives us an answer of 2 root 3. Now, if you press the SD button, that will give us a decimal equivalent, which is 3.464. So x equals 3.464, blah, 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 blah. Now, most of these questions, we need to give it to 1 decimal place in this particular question. Sometimes they ask you for 2 decimal places. So let's show you how we do that. So 1 decimal place is here. So we got to stop there. This is called our last digit. And the next one's called our decider. So now the decider, if it's 5 or more, you add 1. So the 4 becomes 5. So our answer, final answer is x is equal to 3.5 centimeters, rounded off to 1 decimal place. Thank you very much for being with us on this video. See you in the next one.